Hey parents, this is Cindy Goldrich. What's up, Cindy?
Everything great. Everything great. How you doing?
You are one of our speakers for TEFOS, executivefunctionsummit.com. Parents, if you haven't signed up, go ahead and sign up right here. You're one of our speakers this year. And when a parent comes up to you and says, or a teacher, because I know you work with a lot of teachers, Cindy, I'm hearing about this thing called executive function. What in the world is it? How might you respond?
Oh, that's such a great question because when you and I started this years ago, there was so much misunderstanding and whatnot. I will say this, the long answer, not that long, is it's a set of mental skills and processes that allow us to use our intelligence and our problem-solving abilities to help us work toward achieving our goals. But in reality, it's how you do what you intend to do. It's located in the prefrontal cortex, front part of the brain. I always say, here's your brain, right? Front part of the brain, the knuckles, that's where your executive function is. Back part of the brain's the amygdala, and I'm simplifying this obviously, but that's where the emotions are. And the brain develops from the back to the front. So your executive function is the last part of the brain to develop, typically not developed until 25 to 30 years of age, we now say. We used to say, 20, now we say
Mhm.
even longer. So, those of you out there who have older kids, it's like think about all the life decisions you make in your 20s, a little scary. And we know, bonus, kids with ADHD could be up to 30% delayed in those executive function skills. And these are developmental skills. How's that?
And you'll be teaching this year. So, what are parents going to learn from you in your session?
What parents are going to learn is they're going to learn a little bit about the executive function system, but they're really going to be learning how to work with their kids to help their kids learn things like self advocacy and organization and how to prioritize the connection that they have with their kids so that their kids want to hear them. Because so many parents say, my kid doesn't want to hear from me, right? We want to work on that. And it's not that complicated. I promise I make it accessible. So that's what we're going to work on.
And for the again, you're speaking here at TIFOS, but for the parent who's brand new to you and your work at ptscoaching.com, um, and a parent says, "Wait, what do you do? What's your job? What hats do you wear? How do you respond to that?"
So I do a few things. I do have, at this point, I don't do any of the personal coaching. I've got amazing parent coaches and student coaches. I have coaches for adults too who I've trained in my work. I have a training program. It's called the ADHD Parent Coach Academy, where I train people worldwide to be parent coaches. I have my ADHD Teacher Trainer Academy, where I go into school districts and I also have teachers come to me to train to be professional teacher trainers because teachers need support in learning ADHD and executive function. Just so you know, teachers are going through really hard times. It's really stressful being a teacher and we need them staying being teachers. But we have to understand it's not in their teacher training
Hmm.
to have learned what ADHD, what executive function is. So we go into school districts and we teach the teachers all of that. So I work with parents, I work with educators, I work with professionals to help everyone getting on the same page using the same language to work with these kids.
Well, thank you, Cindy. And again, my name is Seth Perler. We're here at executivefunctionsummit.com. Free weekend. Join us, parents. Sign up right here. Learn about all our speakers and so on and so forth here. Cindy, thank you so much. And parents, thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you.